Hold on, I'm getting set up. Is it okay if it's just... I can get it on the iPad.
That's
Is it okay
fine.
if it's just this?
Yeah,
That's totally fine.
Fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. We did it.
TJ's out in nature.
Oh, my God. I am out in nature. Yeah, it's a bad angle anyway. So I decided to stop being vegan, and I think I had to do it to see what it was like. You know, I just kind of had to what is it like to be the most annoying person at the party? You know,
I have to tell you, I'm glad you stopped.
There's no one more annoying. Yeah. So there's no one more annoying, and I'll tell you this: I am obnoxious. I think people sometimes think that I'm obnoxious at parties, but as soon as somebody says, I can't eat that. That's my impression of vegan. I can't eat that. What is it? Is the ranch dip, is it dairy based? Is it a cream based? Or is that sort of an oat milk base? Oh, it's dairy. I can't eat that. And so I just thought it was so funny to be that. And I thought, here's the thing. I thought 3 weeks would be the funniest amount of time to be vegan. Because we had a cleanse and a detox, then we could stop. But then Kate said, that's my wife, Kate, she goes, look, if you're just doing it for purposes, then you need to do it 5 weeks. That just sounds funnier. And I was like, fuck, damn it. Anyway, so I'm no longer vegan. I cooked myself a steak yesterday.
All
so
right.
I'm ready to go back to Michigan.
Cool.
Yes.
Because I started listening to your podcast, and you were talking about but a vegan for 3 weeks, and I was bummed out. I was like, no, TJ Miller should not be a vegan. That's not him. And now you're telling me it's not you.
I think it's amazing that you said that, because last night at the stand, I was doing spots and I was at the comedy club, and another really funny comedian, Josh Adam Myers, I said I was vegan. He goes, "You're a vegan?" I go, No, I was for 5 weeks. And he goes, ugh. And I said, it's weird too. Like, it's not, nobody wants TJ Miller to be a vegan. That's just annoying.
No.
It's counterintuitive to who I am. It doesn't make sense that I'm like, and I don't care about the animals or the environment at all. It was just an experiment being the most annoying person at a party.
It's wildly off brand. Absolutely.
Yeah. But me doing it as that, it's on brand.
I see your mustache is not connected to those long sideburns anymore.
It was, but then my father's 80th birthday was this week, and I had to shave it off. I can't have my father looking at me at age 80 going, this is what happened. This is my son. This is what I did. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Speaking of fathers, I was listening to the new comedy album, Smooth Peanut Butter, and I could not stop laughing at your father-in-law and how he laughs, which is such a great bit. And all I can think of is, what is the worst thing he said after he laughed?
I think it was just fuck.
He swears after he finishes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he goes, oh, damn. And if something's really funny, it's, oh shit. I don't think he's dropped an F-bomb. Oh, no, that's not true. During Christmas vacation, he was like, oh, fuck. That's exactly.
That must have made your day.
That is a spot-on impression of him just going, oh, fuck. Can I tell a story really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. So last night, I think I'm going to open this special that I'm doing that's going to be an NFT, but that's a fish of a whole different color. And so I was walking, and this kid, this is like late at night in Union Square, this kid runs up, he had recognized me, and he goes, hey, are you TJ? And I go, yeah, I hope I am. And he goes, I really love your comedy and your movies, and I heard you say The Stand, and so I put it together. You say comedy, and I was like, oh, and I heard your voice, and I just want to say I just love all your movies, all your stand-up, everything, And I saw he had his camera out, and I was like, well, do you want to take a picture? And he goes, yeah, is that cool? Yeah, that'd be amazing, man. He takes a picture, and then I go, I'm actually walking over to the Stand Comedy Club right now. Do you want to come in? I'll walk you in, and you can see the show for free. And he just looked at me and he went, no, No, not really. I thought that was so funny. No, I got the picture. I'm sure this is the only time in the world that a celebrity will ask to walk me in to see his set, and maybe I get to have a drink with him or something. And he was like, nah. And then I said, well, what is going on tonight? He goes, oh, there's a screening of this like anime movie from the 90s. And so I'm going to see that. And I was like, I didn't ask, but in my mind, I'm like, which will be on tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
It's a movie,
Yeah.
and this is a real life experience. So that was so funny last night, man. Oh
that was
my
really
God.
funny. I was thinking, Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, of course, this weekend, and Smooth Peanut Butter, the special, and the podcast, Cashing In with TJ Miller. Last time we talked to you, by the way, and I've done this like 3 times, I got shit because people said, God, you always try to change the subject to Cloverfield. Can you talk about anything else with TJ? But I love that movie, and I love She's Out of My League. Am I the only one that ever asks you about Cloverfield?
You know, whenever somebody does, it's kind of a, whoa, deep cut. That's awesome that you love that. 'Cause it's a great movie.
It is.
It's a great movie. It is a nearly flawless movie. Yeah, we only reshot one thing in Cloverfield. That was the first time I've ever been on a reshoot. So that was the first movie I did. So I was like, they just spend $500,000 and reshoot something, or it's so crazy. And they needed to include a kiss. That was the only studio note. They were like, they have to kiss at the end. We can't do this movie without them kissing at the end. So that was really interesting to see how a studio kind of says, you need these moments to make a movie great and like to make a perfect movie. So yeah, it's that movie. I really thought, how am I going to do this? People don't even see me.
I know.
How am I supposed to be present?
It's funny too. The character is so funny because he's such a meathead, and it sounds like a lot of you being a meathead. I mean, were you just reading the script, or were you playing with it?
I think the thing that I did, which I kind of do now, it's so interesting you guys are talking to me about this because we're working on a movie downstairs right now, and we have the producer meeting tomorrow, so we're really jamming on it. I think that I always sort of want the characters to have a naivete. I'm not like a real actor, really, so I kind of do the best I can with sort of saying, this kid is like really excited to be around this girl. He's nervous around her, but you know, he thinks there is a way that maybe she would go out with him and then she'd see how funny he is. And then she'd be into it and maybe he could laugh her into bed and he'd sound familiar. And so I tried to kind of be who I was in like my early 20s, sort of.
Okay.
Just kind of not really like before I met Kate, because we met in like college, junior year. So those first 2 years of college, I think I was kind of like, okay, that girl's really hot. So we'll just fucking go over there and talk it out, dude. She'll think I'm hilarious. It's that kind of was HUD in Cloverfield.
Hey, Mark, you want to ask him about Steve-O?
Oh God, yeah. I was watching the whole. I think you were on Steve-O's podcast maybe about a year ago, and it was fascinating. I did not know that the whole Amtrak situation resolved because of your medical issue. That was fascinating. The whole talk about your medical issue was fascinating. But I was really amazed at how much nitrous oxide and how you and Steve-O bonded over nitrous oxide. And it seemed like he was trying to one-up you.
Yeah, I'm sure. He was trying to one-up me. But the thing was, he's done the most nitrous oxide. Although Kate and I once woke up I think it was after the Emmys or something, and we woke up, we had gotten a suite at the Bel Air. And we were partying, you know what I mean? It's not doing cocaine and heroin. It's whippets. It's like for 13-year-olds out back of the Myers. Right. Yeah. It's just, it's not supposed to be. Anyway, but that night we went crazy and we woke up and there were just quite a few bottles of like Dom Perignon and then like hundreds of whippets. You know, let me put it this way, not thousands, okay? But there were hundreds, plural, of whippets. And
it sounds like fun.
I think, Steve-O, I can hold my own at that point. I could hold my own. But I was doing it to slow down mania because when I would do it, my mania would sort of chillax a little bit. And Kate is very not manic. So I live with an energy that is very, very chill and and Buddhist. She's a Buddhist. I'm a nihilist, kind of. Your mother is but that is sort of on your cellular device. Like that. That's it.
Hi, Mom. All right, you have to go.
Yeah. So I was trying to kind of slow the mania and chilling out so I could be on the same level as Kate. But sometimes she would party and come up to my. But I just didn't find out until the Amtrak thing that those manic episodes I had sort of thought I had under control and would use them to work, sort of, not episodes, the hypomania, which means you're sort of manic, but you're under control. And I can do a lot of work. I'm answering emails. I can make calls. Okay, now I'm going to write 50 pages. All right, now the 50 pages is great. I'm going to rewrite it. Yeah, so when you do nitrous oxide, it's like, whoa, man. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're like, it's easy to take it easy, man. It has more of that sort of energy. And I just had found out that I needed something called a neuropsychologist, and those didn't exist when that happened. So because when I had my brain surgery, there was no such thing as a neuropsychologist because I had my AVM rupture in 2010. And so through the Amtrak thing, my lawyer, who's a mob lawyer, sort of brought me in to just this neuropsychologist and said, I did all the research. This is the person that you would have seen since you were, since you had that surgery. And then I met this woman named Dr. Vias, and she's a genius. She works here in New York. She's like at the top. She's the top of her game in this field, which is still relatively new. And so now it's like, and different medication kind of help. But now it's sort of like, I really have to be careful and be sure that I never have a manic episode. Whereas before I was like, I can push the mania. And then I had one before, and I couldn't show up to Silicon Valley the next day. And it was a real one where you think the television is talking to you.
Oh, wow.
And you think that there are birds and it's government surveillance. And I clicked the computer, and at one point it blacked out and said, China, China, visit China, come to China. It all seems so absolutely real. It's very strange. So that's really dangerous. And for whatever reason, I was sort of not being as serious about it. So now it's kind of more part of my identity, and I sort of live a little bit more with the objective of being chill and not being, whoa, let's do, which is hard because that's where a lot of my success came from.
Yeah.
Think how many movies, how many of the podcasts, being able to do the sweet peanut butter, writing the Christmas movie downstairs, doing the NFT special on the blockchain. Like, it's just like I have a pace that makes it easier for me to succeed because work ethic is so important in this business. You guys know that.
Oh, yeah,
you
absolutely.
have to be there every day, and you have to be funny the whole time and no dead air, and it requires a lot of work ethic. But yeah, I think I'm doing a really good job right now. As my neuropsychologist would say, it's okay for me to say I'm proud of myself.
Hey, you're killing it. And I know you got your mom's trying to call you. You got movie people downstairs. I'm so glad that we did get you, and I'm so glad you're going to Mark Ridley's. I might even go. I rarely do this. I might even go over there because I'm not afraid to come up and say hi because it's you.
Exactly. Yeah, you can be sure. Just make sure to tell me, like, I'm not seeing the show though. I got to duck out. There's like an anime matinee. There's an anime matinee.
It'd be tomorrow, for Cloverfield.
So it's not even tonight. I just need to go to sleep tonight.
Cloverfield's on
show.
TNT.
Yeah, Cloverfield.
Yeah, exactly. Cloverfield's. Yeah, that's so funny. Cloverfield's on TBS. So like, fuck. That's awesome, you guys. Well, this was great radio, man. Thank you guys so much. You're always amazing, though.
Thank you, TJ. I really
wait. One more question. I have to have
don't blow up, Mark.
I have to have this mystery solved. You called me on Friday at 9:25 because you thought we had the interview at 9:30 on Friday and you couldn't do Zoom. Did you have another interview, or why was the date mixed up? We cannot figure it out.
It was another interview. So many emails are coming in. Last week I did 56 radio stations in 4 days.
Holy
the radio
shit.
tour, going through all that. And then I did another 2 Friday. One was a return appearance. And so that was a lot. So I had a lot of different numbers. And
no problem.
Within the matrix, but you're the funniest person I could have gotten a hold of. And I'm just wondering, like, are you going to call me back? Whatever. Sorry to everybody who had to see this angle for so long. But thank you guys so much for having me, man.
Thank you, TJ. It was great, man. I'll see you in a couple days.
More to come. I really hope to see you. Come say hi.
Yeah.
All right. I will say hi. All right. Wow. Man. Great to have TJ, man.
I'm jealous of his energy.